So, the difference between knowledge, intelligence, and wisdom. Ta-da-da. So, let me start like this first. Yeah. A knowledgeable person knows that tomato is a fruit. An intelligent person knows to not look for it in the food section. And a wise person knows not to use the tomato in a fruit salad. Ta-da! Yeah! So, that's going to be a different kind of view. So, I'll repeat that thing. So today's topic was actually this one, about understanding the difference between knowledge, intelligence, and wisdom. The first one is going to be quite easier to understand. So knowledge is the information, the raw information, the raw data that we collect, that we know, that we try to learn. That's the knowledge. Okay. Now it can be taken into, I'll be saying in a very consumed form. So I'll not be going into much details of it. Okay. So we know that one. Okay. Now what is intelligence? That's the interesting one. Now intelligence is, it can be also specified into many different ways, like from emotional intelligence to analytical intelligence to even musical or rhythmic intelligence, and there is so on. So the intelligence is basically the ability to apply the knowledge, or even the ability to learn new knowledge. So basically you can term intelligence into this thing. So now we have got the knowledge, the raw data, the informations that, this thing. Now, to able to use it or able to learn it, that skill set is the intelligence. So, sorry, the memory was over. So, let me get back what I was saying. I think that's why it switched off. But let's take. So, what I was saying about the that the intelligence is not is like it can be good or bad. Yeah, it's example the same way, like a technology or like a knife, which can be used to cut an apple or harm a person. In the same way, you can make something constructive or something completely destructive from it. But the wisdom says is what not to do or what to do for the sake of the good for all. So that is the wisdom where it comes in. Also, like as I said, many of the life formulas. So it's more related to the life and the humanity and the culture, what it brings along. So a lot of things that makes that intelligence turn into wisdom, if you see in another way. Okay. In the same way, as I gave the example in the beginning, like a knowledgeable person knows that a tomato is a fruit, right? The intelligent person knows to look for it in the fruit section. Yeah, but sorry, I said the wrong ones. To look for it in the vegetable section. And the wise person knows not to put it in the fruit salad. But if you understand, that means it's not about because the taste, how it's going to taste in the fruit salad, good or bad, that's more comes from the human side, more from the cultural side. But intelligently, you can put it. Makes sense? It's a fruit, and this thing you can also mix with the fruit salad. But how we are having it, we don't use it in the fruit salad. Makes sense? And that's why we'll not. You see? So that is the difference between us, in the thin line in between the intelligence and the wisdom itself. And that's why, but sometimes even intelligence wins over wisdom, which can alter the wisdom itself. Because again, if you see, the wisdom is made on more on the experiences, either of the historic experiences, repeated or personal or interpersonal experiences. But that can be altered with new facts and reasoning. And that's also the part of wisdom which should stay open to it. That's why one of the part of wisdom is that knowing that you don't know all is the beginning of the wisdom. You see, that's again is to depth. It's not exactly intelligent, but it is intelligent, but there are more ethics to it, which makes it more philosophical, much more metaphysical, much more like a small formula for life. So now this will, because this kind of question has always, for me, from childhood, it has always made me think, what is the difference between intelligence and wisdom? I already understood the knowledge and intelligence, but it took me a long time to really define like this, what is the difference between intelligence and wisdom, so that how can I know that exactly I'm transferring to wisdom? Just knowing the wisdom, studying the wisdom is not becoming wise. Applying it, yeah, then you're becoming intelligent. But how to become those wise, and what is the thin line between I know that this was not an intelligent decision, but this was a wise decision? How will I know that thing? Makes sense? It's a very thin line. Normally we know the differences, but if you will ask someone, how do you know that this was this an intelligent decision or was this a wise decision? It becomes very hard to now judge that. But now when you have all this thing clarified to it, now you can really put it in the section. In that way, now you know knowledge and it can be accessed through intelligence, and that's how you're getting wise. And now you can formulate that. So that's the basic differences between knowledge, intelligence, and wisdom. And yeah, that's a short one for today. And then bye. So see you in the next topic. So have more knowledge. But oh, by the way, one more thing. Sometimes intellect is against of happiness. Okay, so remember, never letting intelligence go against your own happiness. Now that's a wisdom. Ciao. Now let me give you guys one more before we leave. Yeah. So you see, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go long, go together. So the first one is intelligent. The second one is wisdom. And both of it, or the whole thing, is knowledge. You got that? See ya.